Hello, everyone. Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. Been super busy teaching every day, many hours a day, so I can have lots of money. But I do enjoy my teaching. I wanted to share with you some news from my online teaching adventure. I am working for two companies, 5 Talk, and I tutor. Okay, so I'll tell you some things that are going on with 5 Talk. They are leaning towards more and more towards group classes, which have 3 to 4 students in the class. I have taught several of those. I don't like them as much as my one-on-one students, but they're kind of fun. The students can talk to each other, so there's some peer mentoring often going on. Sometimes one of the students are or two of the students are a little bit of a higher level and they will help their fellow students. So it's kind of fun to see that interaction. And but some of the things I don't like are that maybe one of the students will have some noise in the background, makes the other students a little bit harder to hear, but you can mute them. So, and until they need to be heard, you can turn off their sound. So that's helpful. There are several things that are helpful in the platform. Good platform. Still a little new, working some of the bugs out. But the students can click on the items, they can drag the words, make their sentences, they can click on the correct answer, they can have a competition, play some games, and so it's a very fun platform. Some of the glitches that I do not like are kind of annoying, so I stick to my one-on-one most of the time. They have made some changes very recently that make the self-scheduling a little easier. So now a week in advance, you can open up your one-on-one classes. So you've got to stay on top of that, and each day open up the next day that is a week in advance so that you can be sure that your classes are booked as quickly as possible. Now, that kind of does not give some job security. Kind of makes it a little iffy for some people. If you like the group classes, you can schedule them way in advance. So I have done this before, and sometimes they will schedule you for a substitute teacher. And if you don't get chosen, you get paid to sit there for an hour and get paid. So that's kind of fun. Read a book, do some work, or in my case, I do some work on my PhD homework. So that was kind of fun to get paid to do my homework. That was great. So there's some great things about 5 Talk that are good. Okay, here's my tips if you're working on an interview. Number 1, be animated. Drink some coffee, drink your favorite caffeinated soda, get your energy pumping, do some exercises. But get pumped up and be animated. Also have some props. So early in my career online, I had buckets and baskets and stuff full of stuffed animals and toys, and can't even grab one right now because I've put them away, because now I use fun things like animated monkeys and airplanes and things like this. And I can even flip myself around. So all kinds of fun things now, but try and find something that matches your personality. If you like mermaids or princesses, whatever it is that you like, basketball, something that fits your personality. Or maybe you're like, I am Ash. Whatever it is you like, have some props ready and available to show that you want to have fun with these students. Okay, animation. Be animated and excited, ready to rock and roll with these kids. And then have some props ready to show your personality and show how you're ready to interact with these students. And use some depth. Make the screen that's not flat so that you can interact with these kids. And they really do. They will high five you. And so they will blow you kisses. And they will really, really interact with you in this way. So it's kind of fun. All right. Then, okay, so as a recap, be excited, use some props, and be yourself. Have fun. Show your personality. So don't do me, do you, and then have some fun. Okay? Now, and be ready to give attention to more than one student. So kind of practice that, work in the mirror, and smile. Smile, smile, smile. And be funny. They want to laugh and have fun and enjoy you because they could just watch a video and there's tons and obviously tons of videos that they can watch and audiobooks. They can listen to English, they can watch an English movie, but they want to interact with you. That's the whole important thing. Now, 51 Talk right now is looking for native English speakers. It doesn't matter where you live. If you're a native English speaker from America or Canada, they want you. You can check my referral link at the bottom if you would like, or you can message me on Facebook or send me a note here. I don't get those as quickly. I will see the ones on Facebook as quickly as possible and message you. I don't make any money from this, but it's helped my family so much. I would like to share that opportunity with as many people as possible because it's fun and it's helped us so much. And I think that when good things happen to me, I should share it with other people. And that kind of helps the good be passed on, the pass it forward kind of mentality. Now, to talk about the other company that I work for, which is iTutor. And I work for them 4 days a week now, and if I want to talk 3 days a week because of the group class thing that I really don't like with 51 Talk, but I will do it if I have to. So my regular students, 2 years now, uh, I schedule during the times that I'm there, and then the other times I work for iTutor, which is also VIP ABC. They have mostly one-on-one or one-on-two classes and some group adult classes sometimes. But their tech seems to be a little more stable. It's not as fancy. There's no interaction, touch this, click, 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 click. There's not a lot of that, but there's a lot of, you can add pictures, you can add emojis, you can add all kinds of things. Not as much interaction, but you can hear the students. So there's not a lot of noise through there. Also, if you need tech, it's just a click of a button. You don't have to go to another page, type in some chat, and wait for all this other stuff while you're still trying to teach. Just click a little button and they will handle it for you. And so it's really easy to interact and teach and handle things and manage. Also, there's a lot of opportunity for advancement at iTutor. So once you get past your initial probation, once you become a senior teacher, you can do all kinds of different programs which they have. There are many different kinds of classes that you can teach. Adults, they have different sets of classes that give you opportunities, incentives, and for future growth, which is one of the reasons that I added that on to my career because there wasn't that opportunity with 51 Talk, even though I love my students that I've had now for 2 years and I've watched them grow up. So I wanted to stay with them. So that's one of the reasons that I'm still with 51 Talk. Plus, still a senior teacher at 51 Talk. It does pay me more than I'm making at iTutor right now, but there in the future is more opportunity. So I'm kind of making sure that I have some things in the future for my plan. If you have some questions for referrals for either company or some other companies that did not work out for me, but you might love them. So I have taught for class 100, and I'll put them in the description, so you don't need to sit there and listen to me tell you. But I love online teaching. It's been great for my family because we have some medical issues that need me to be home and to be available and flexible. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you is the flexibility of 51 Talk is fantastic. You can self-schedule, which is rare in all of the companies that I have been working for and tested out. for compatibility for what I need for me and my family. So that is one thing with iTutor. There are 10 hours that you must work. If you do not, then you lose some incentives. So if you call in sick, you lose the incentive for the month. So you must be there for those 10 hours of that week. So, and they're during the prime time. So sometimes that may not work out for some people. So that's one thing that's kind of maybe a deal breaker. But for me, it was okay. And 5-1 Talk is pretty flexible. Now they are working with people, trying to help their experience as a teacher be good. If you let them know in advance that you can't be teaching, then there's no penalties, there's no fees, there's no blah blah blah. So they're trying to work together with teachers to make your experience good. Just let them know far in advance that you can't be there. If there's an emergency, as long as you can document that something happened, then they don't penalize you for having a life emergency. So just like any other job, you don't show up, you don't get paid. And there's probably going to be a reprimand. So it's just like any other thing. But like I said, it's been great for our family. This video is not scripted, but since I haven't made one in a long time, I wanted to show you the things that have been happening and answer some questions that I have been getting a lot of questions from some of these other videos and give you an update. Now, here in North Carolina, it's fall. The weather's great. I'm going to go enjoy it. Bye-bye.